direction of the south.
Is he? Okay, I'm not actually sure where Andrik's from. I know
Andrik
Moxi is now
Mexico.
Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so even further south.
So we've got a fun set here.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit more later about what you had to give up to be here today. But appreciate you coming on to comms. Andrik versus Moxi. And Moxi actually pulls out the Pokemon trainer, I think, for the first time, at least on stream today.
Yeah, this is a very old main for Moxi. Back when they used to have a different tag, this was, they were one of the premier Pokemon trainers, had some really good wins. But lately it's been a lot of Meta Knight and Wolf, so this is really cool to see. A bit of a throwback.
Absolutely. And I think this matchup probably is better against Falcon than Wolf is. It's a little bit less volatile, a little bit more flowcharty, which I think is what you want to see if you're going to at least get information from game one.
Yeah, definitely. And, we're seeing it exactly right there. Squirtle does really, really well into Captain Falcon. Just neutral is just so much easier to win. And then you get him on stage, you switch to Ivy, and then you kill him. Yeah, Ivy's pretty good at killing him. Yeah.
That's my favorite quote so far. Ivy's pretty good at killing him. Now, I don't think that we're necessarily going to see that. Well, I guess we are going to see the switch to Charizard, just not how I anticipated, and now we're back to even stocks, Squirtle against Falcon, and this is where you want to rack up the most damage before you switch off. If you are forced to switch off, you're in a bad position. If you choose to, then you're fantastic.
That's true, yeah. And you know what? One thing about that is you do get to go right back into the Squirtle while you're still invincible, so you don't have to take any of the negative consequences of switching. So you just get to keep playing Squirtle, and then back into the Ivy, and we're only going to see the Charizard as a last resort. That being said, though, this is incredibly even so far.
Yeah, I expect 2 more hits before we see Ivysaur come back out.
Yeah, I mean, I think they might stay Squirtle in neutral, and then just try to get him off stage, right? And then once he's off stage, that's when the Ivy comes out. You're looking for that dare, you're looking for a nair, something to force either gimp him or just kill him out right off the bottom of the
You
screen.
have to be careful, though, if Andrik is throwing out these up smashes. You can die pretty early on Squirtle. But the switch comes out for that exact reason. And now the challenge is going to be how do you get back in advantage state as Ivysaur against Captain Falcon.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems, right? Is like if you don't kill them, now you're playing Ivysaur, playing neutral versus Captain Falcon, and Captain Falcon no slouch in the killing them department either.
Interesting that we see the switch back to Squirtle. I imagine that, again, don't know how long that's going to last for, but if you choose to switch back to Ivysaur before getting this kill, then you're, again, going to be in a rotation mix that you don't want to be in.
That's true. We are at 170, though. We're at that percent where Squirtle can start being the one to close it out. Back throw is going to start killing. Any smash attack, down smash is really safe. But it's Andrik who's pushing the attack here, building up 67 damage already. That's a lot of extra credit.
Yeah, 67%. Also not what you want to be on in Squirtle. Forward throw is not going to quite kill. 200% on Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Even if you get the kill here, you're going to have to do a lot of work on Squirtle.
Nice.
Oh, that was very clean.
Yeah.
Beautiful water gun. Now you're going to have to do a lot of work on Squirtle and try to avoid getting hit as much as possible.
And so far, that's not working.
No, it's not. But Moxi's not going to swap.
Oh, wow. The Sour Spot knee coming out there. I was going to give Moxi props there, though, for the water gun, noticing that the jump was taken, but Andrik takes the words out of my mouth and just ends the whole game.
That was the challenge, right? If you were down a stock as Pokemon trainer and you don't have the rotation order that you want, let's say that you're at 70% and you're on Squirtle and your opponent's at 0% like we saw there, what are your options? You have to force damage down the throat of Andrik and pray that you don't get clipped, because the second that you get hit by anything, at 70% on Squirtle, you're in a massive disadvantage spot that you don't have tools to avoid. And trying to get back to stage, especially against Captain Falcon, you don't have much more than a very linear recovery route. So
yeah, and I think at those points, it's where you want to try to get on Charizard if possible, so you have that survivability. And Charizard has like an all right neutral. It's not that bad.
Right.
Not as bad as like a lot of people say Ivy's is. No like real out of shield options. At least you got that up smash on Charizard.
Right.
But you got to get through Ivy on the rotation first.
Exactly.
So it's like you have a really difficult decision to make, and that's part of what makes Pokemon Trainer kind of a more cerebral character sometimes. Is about deciding when and where to use what tool.
Yeah, Moxi said, I think I got the information from game one, decided to switch to Wolf, a little bit more comfortable at least this tournament on Wolf from all the experience. Again, very volatile matchup that we're going to see here, but I think Moxi's going to try to keep it steady and then use what she's best at, which is explosive options at unpredictable times.
I got to say, this matchup's really bringing me back, man. This is the good 2019 Ultimate. The Captain Falcon versus Wolf, and oh my gosh, Moxi being so slippery, mixing up the DI, and Andrik is going to drop that confirmed twice in a row.
Okay, Wolf Flash going to get you back to stage, but wow, what a great Falcon dive.
Yeah, the Tokyo Drift. I don't know if that's actually Tokyo Drift. That's like something specific, but it was very cool. Just reaching from so far away, and Andrik going to be the first to seal it out.
Good tech chase. You're an advantage, but not going to quite hit anything. Still holding that advantage, but... Oh, great call out. Back air is just going to send Andrik into the blast zone.
Yeah, Wolf back air is just different. That move is insane.
All the spacey back airs are just spicy.
Oh, definitely. But the difference is when you get by a Wolf back air, you're like, that'll kill, and it doesn't. When you get by a Fox back air, when you get by a Wolf back air, you're like, that won't kill, and then you die.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more reliable in that regard. It's insane.
They're playing a lot of neutral here, a lot of footsies that honestly I kind of expected to see. Oh wow.
My goodness.
Incredible from Moxi. That's something that Moxi goes for that a lot of other Wolves don't, is that down air to cover the recovery options of somebody that doesn't have, again, more than a linear recovery route, just like Captain Falcon. Great glory.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't think I've really seen many Wolves do that at all. It's kind of a hard dare to hit sometimes, but wow, excellent gimp from Andrik, evening things up like it's nothing, like no lead even existed.
0%, essentially 0% on both characters. Moxi getting the first hit on the last stock, but Andrik's just going to play it slow. Wait for the opening, see if you can get a grab or some option, and once Moxi's in disadvantage, then you're in a better spot, but 78% off stage, not where you want to be.
Yeah, I will say I think both these characters are kind of similar, right? They have similar game plans. They love landing aerials. They have good smash attacks. They're trying to kill you in kind of similar ways, either big combos or big reads.
Neither one of them has an amazing out shield option.
But I will say one of the best things Wolf has that Falcon doesn't is that laser, because it just forces them to approach you, right? And it's your job to keep them out. But having that forcing option, even if you don't use it much, is just so nice.
Great jab to catch it. Expected the air dodge back, but Moxi's staying calm.
Oh, and these back airs have been coming in clutch for Andrik, putting him in great situations, but Moxi going to survive that, only to die to the follow-up down tilt.
Really great pressure from Andrik, just keeping the pace and the momentum at his level, his tempo, whatever he's choosing to do, so that Moxi has to respond with some options that honestly aren't that quick. Wolf's aerials do not come out very fast, and if you're not using an aggressive aerial option, you only have like 2 choices of what you're going to go for. And Moxi, to her credit, did try to go for an aggressive aerial option, which looked like to me maybe a drop down from stage jump aerial, but again, it just doesn't come out fast enough.
Yeah, but I will say, down 2-0, I commentated the last big NC regional, and Moxi was there as well. And Moxi won, like, reverse 3-0'd like 3 different people. So this is absolutely not out of the realm of the possibility, but Andrik is killing the dream right now.
Absolutely. In terms of explosive Wolf players, I think Moxi kind of has the title there. So I do not put it out of the realm of possibilities for Moxi to reverse 3-0, but it is an uphill battle.
Yeah, and she did most of that with Meta Knight, but she has the mentality. She's never giving up.
Wow.
But Andrik saying, maybe you should.
Maybe you should. 50%, not quite in kill range for anything that Wolf's going to offer besides just a raw hard read like F smash at the edge.
Love that pivot grab.
Oh, went for the ledge trump, but still gets the follow-up down air.
Yeah, not just doing a ledge trump nair like some Wolves would do. She wanted to kill him. She went for the dare to try to read the drift. Doesn't get it, but the risk reward is there.
Yeah, Andrik's just going to keep throwing out aerials because the air-to-air is definitely in favor of Captain Falcon.
Yeah, I think in terms of raw reward, that's true. Wolf does have huge hitboxes, though, which can be a problem for Falcon sometimes. The ledge trap is coming out now, and what a reversal from Moxi.
I think Andrik was going for the roll read there, but Moxi said that you've read my roll one too many times. I'm going to read your read of the roll read.
You love the layers. It's like an onion.
Okay, 120% at edge. Andrik has been fantastic with these ledge traps, but just waiting out the jab, and you're got center now.
Yeah, Moxi wanted something there, wanted a panic air dodge. Andrik, though, keeping his cool and
throughout the back air.
Working his way back through. And again, that back air has just been what he's closed out almost all of these stocks with.
So spicy.
Oh my god, though, what a combo.
Yeah, Moxi is really looking to even this up quickly. Oh,
that was such a great surprise option, but Andrik's just got those reactions on point.
Just neutral, get him jabbed, honestly. Interesting option, but Moxi is fantastic at mixing up what her routes are going to be either on defense or on offense.
Ooh, the slide off into the instant double jump fair. That was such amazing awareness.
Oh man, really wants this Wolf Flash kill off the stage bounce just because it's an easy free option, but it's also high risk.
All right, we're back in neutral here. Moxi needs to find it quick, and before I can even say it, how's that for quick?
Called out the jump from Andrik. I mean, again, with how behind Moxi was right there, still somehow reading Andrik's options. Like, the adaptation is incredible.
Yeah, the flow state is apparent. Moxi has found her zone. Can she maintain it long enough, and is it too late? We're going to have to find out shortly, because Andrik has something to say.
Moxi just slowly following the ledge, trying to get center back, trying to get advantage back. But Andrik, again, all Andrik needs is just a stray aerial to get advantage back.
Oh, this could be bad. No, just finding some small punishes, but this is advantage, and that might be enough. Can Moxi find a way to finish it? But Andrik, with the amazing disadvantage state, weaves his way back onto stage and finds the one hit he needs.
Andrik playing truth or dare, but picking dare every time. I mean, that is all that you really need is one dare into the knee combo. I mean, we've seen it a million times. I'm sure you have seen it a million times yourself.
Yeah. True.
Shouts out to Griffin. I
believe Shout out to Fatality. Yeah.
I believe he's streaming this as well.